Were you ever just walking around and think to yourself, this makes no sense whatsoever? Well, you probably have, because this is SCP SL. Random stuff happens absolutely everywhere you go. But what are the 10 biggest things that don't make sense in SCP SL? Well, if you're curious about that, you have came to the right place, as today we'll discuss exactly that. So without any further wait, let's get right into it. Okay, firstly, let's start with the fact that there is zero ways to help you navigate the facility. Like, there is no maps, GPS devices or guidance signs anywhere. Which is pretty fucking weird, because when you build a top secret research facility which looks completely the same in every part of it, I'd assume you will want to, use it. And how the hell are you going to use it if you spend 80% of your time minutes trying to figure out where the hell to go? I can just imagine a high-level personnel telling a junior over here like, yo, mind if you grab SCP-018 from his containment? We need him for a test, and he's like, sure boss. And then he returns after 2 days with nothing in his hands because the place is a fucking maze. Or maybe we are all just fools and the Foundation purposely designed their facility to be as confusing as possible, so when entities or Class D are trying to escape, they won't have any idea where the hell to go. This scenario is the most likely, I'd say, cause come on, you will be lying if you haven't gotten lost in the facility a million times. This would also be useful in a defensive manner, since Chaos will literally be fighting enemies now being completely lost whilst their team disappears one by one to some really coked up scientists with SCP items and weapons. Yeah, I really don't know at this point. So you think the Foundation is just retarded and saved money by not adding any maps, or are they just actually geniuses? Tell me what you think in the comments. Next thing that doesn't make sense is, well, how can this twink nerd and this probably underfed and mistreated death row prisoner carry so much shit on them? Like, I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure you will not be able to sprint at all if you carry the bulletproof vests, 2 rifles and 100 plus bullets for each of them, a gramophone, 2 full first aid kits, a keycard and a grenade or an alien weapon. Not only would you most likely not be able to carry it unless you are ultra shredded, you're sure thing as hell will not be able to maneuver all of those items and take them out within a few seconds. You will need to keep this stuff in either a backpack, or if you somehow manage to shove all of these items up your pants, it will still take you time to figure out which item is which down there. But well, if you kept the items in your pants, then you for sure would not be able to sprint, so yeah, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I could kind of understand it for the MTF or Chaos, since they're all elite task force members who are trained to carry heavy equipment, but this geek who probably hasn't talked to a woman in 300 years, or this guy who probably gets 1 meal per a week, yeah, I don't think they can carry this shit. Okay, next up, why do they put 1 SCP-500 pill in a bottle and then spread them around the facility? That's just a really weird way to store your SCPs. I guess I can understand if they put these around in order to save somebody's life and shit goes bad, but then why would you put it in a container nobody in the facility can access unless they obtain a higher level card through illegal means? Since you can't spawn as a major scientist, nor an O5, nor anything similar, literally none of the present facility staff can access this potential lifesaver. Or maybe I'm just missing out on another ultra advanced Foundation strategy, who knows. Anyways, I feel like now we shall address the fact that the facility is literally not following even one of the basic human rights requirements. Like, if we ignore the fact that they keep people locked up and torture them, there's also the fact their staff doesn't have any access to food, water, nor toilets. Sure, you can argue that there is one toilet all the way in like containment, but bro, that toilet must be completely full 24/7. And it's pretty unethical for the few things they have down there to be the whole source of water for anyone in the facility. And I feel bad for the janitors that work there, since seeing how the Class D cells don't have toilets, those guys probably shit and piss themselves in there on a daily basis. Since I really doubt they are allowed to use the fancy toilets which are used by all other staff. The only thing which makes sense about all of this is that the working conditions are so bad, they probably only get divorced once our employees applying to work there. Which explains why they leave their guns in toilets and their keycards everywhere. That also explains why there's a containment breach here in the first place. Maybe this game does make sense after all. Next thing which doesn't make any sense whatsoever is, you see how all of these humans look completely different when alive, but when killed and revived by 049, they all look the same. I'm pretty sure it's obvious why this doesn't make sense, but since we're already on the topic, imagine how cool it will be if the zombies had their outfit and appearance match the one from the class they were before dying. For example, a revived Class D will have a torn up orange jumpsuit, or a scientist will have a bloody coat and broken glasses. But oh well, one can only dream. Okay, so in my last video where I talked about the best ways to escape and which items to use, I said that when you're using SCP-268, aka the hats, the dog can still see you when you move, since well, it's always been that way and it makes sense. But then I was told by my fellow viewers that this is not the case anymore, so I checked the wiki and you were right. Now I don't know when this was changed, probably recently, but I'm blind, but like, this makes zero sense whatsoever. Why does it matter if you become invisible to a blind person? You're invisible to them either way, cause you know, they are fucking blind. SCP-99 is an entity that relies on sound to locate their prey. And as far as I'm aware, lore-wise, the heads doesn't completely mute the sounds of everything you do, and it also doesn't just completely demanifest you as a being, since 096 and 079 can still see you whilst using the head. So yeah, I don't know why this was changed, it's kind of stupid in my opinion, but since we're already speaking of blindness, why can't the 99 get flashbanged? As I said, she's completely blind, so how can she get blinded by a flashbang? In theory, the sound of the flashbang could like deafen it, causing it to like not be able to see its enemies, which I think would be more logical instead of becoming completely blind. But yeah, this video isn't about stuff making sense, so let's move on. Next thing that had me scratching my head is that, Why is 096 chamber so poorly protected? 106 and 096 are the two most dangerous entities in the facility, since lore-wise they are immortal and they can cause mass murder within minutes. They did a good job with 106, putting him in a humongous ass box in this big ass containment chamber which has slammed doors and etc. But they just put 096 in a small room behind a door that isn't even blast-proof. Literally absolutely anyone can just casually walk up there, open the door and leave. They put a fucking Windows XP computer that can't walk behind two blast-proof doors that require 3 generators to open. But it's not. This guy who can rock absolutely everything in a few minutes, let's just put him in this spare closet we have. I'm sure nothing will ever go wrong. Do you wanna know what else doesn't make sense? You not being subscribed. More than a half of the video has passed and you're still watching, which surely I hope means you're enjoying the video. But either way, make sure to absolutely click the living shit out of the button in order to increase the luck in your next game by like 1000%. Trust me, this has been tested and approved by my greatest scientists. Anyways, let's go on with the video. Why does everybody always spawn at the same place at the same time? I mean, I get that this was purposely made by devs to make the gameplay loop simpler and more stable, but it will make much more sense and will be way cooler if, for example, as a scientist, you could spawn in heavy containment in front of 99's chamber, because let's say you were doing some testing or something, I don't know. Or if a few guards, a scientist and a class D all spawned together in 049's chamber because they were doing interviews and that shit went down. There's 100 more examples I could give, but I'm not giving Northwood any more free ideas until they respond to my emails. If any Northwood employees are watching this, please tell your marketing gang to wake up! Anyways, why the hell are Chaos's footsteps the loudest one in the damn game? I mean, I get they are maybe wearing some weird boots and are wearing heavy equipment, but come on, so are the MTF. But the thing is, they can't be heard across the whole facility cause they walk like a Terminator Mac. Like even the running footsteps of a 250 kg thick lizard are much more quiet than Chaos's when they are walking slowly. And also, why can the Chaos just pull up to the facility completely undetected? You will assume the top secret facility, which contains the most dangerous things known to mankind, will be able to detect and prevent some crackhead terrorists from drowning in. I get that the site staff are busy with like a whole containment breach, but come on, at least leave your gates locked or have some kind of an alarm. Or maybe the crackheads have got seer hackers and have disabled all of the defenses. Who knows? And the last thing, which makes zero sense whatsoever in my sincere opinion, is why can 049 not talk to humans? He's basically a human and lore-wise there's been plenty of interviews with him. I guess he's just shy as fuck or something, but then why can't he talk with other SCPs telepathically? Like, why can all of the SCPs even talk together like a hive mind when one of them is a brainless rock, another one is a brainless crackhead, and then there's also just straight up a whole Windows XP computer. How all of these communicate with each other has to be the most impressive thing ever, and I think the Foundation should look into that instead of whatever the hell they're doing. Some of you are going to say something like, well, it's obviously for gameplay purposes, but that sounds like something a nerd will say, so I'm sorry, but opinion disqualified. The game simply doesn't make sense, but that's also why I love it. Anyways, that will be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash that subscribe button and join my Discord, whose link is down below, because we got cool stickers, schizo members, giveaways, and even sneak peeks of future videos, so yeah, joining it is a great idea, trust me. Have a great day and I'll see you next time.